And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym in the Crypto, episode 1088. Today is Friday, March 31st, 2023, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish, you jabronis.
Yeah, jabronis. And today's top stories, we're circling back on Pocahontas post suggests Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army strategy won't pay off. Russia talks up prospects of BRICS countries developing new currency. Italy blocks ChatGPT, investigates suspected violations, and Huobi partners with Gala Games for L1 and Web3 development. But first and foremost, what's going on with those prices?
Oh yeah, so Bitcoin sitting at 28,395, down 0.3% on the day. Ethereum at $1,830, up 1.9% today. Binance Coin at 318 is up 0.8% today. XRP at 53 cents is down 1% on today. Cardano at 39 cents, up almost 6% on the day. Dogecoin at 7 cents is up 1.3% in the last 24 hours. Polygon at $1.10 is down 0.2% on the day. And Solana rounding out the top 10 at $20.74 is up 0.82%. And trending coins include Arbitrum, Solar, and XRP. And some of the recently added coins for you DJs who want to dumpster dive: Heartbridge, Lodestar, and Kyoto Swap. No clue what they are, but if you want to go dumpster diving, there you go.
There it is. There it is. All right. All right. Give some quick shout outs. See the chat's filling up. What's going on? Bitcoin Madam, Kevin Blackman, Fanteezy, Blockchain Bullies, JB, Wendy Nichols, Marlon, Alec, POBK, Crypto, Cryptwork, Wobi, Easy, Stacking Satoshi, Zyro. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Another Fuck Bitcoin Friday. We are up in here today. Today's actually going to be a short show. We're running around. I think Bitcoin's Day is at a conference down there as well. So let's jump into it. Polls suggest Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army strategy won't pay off. What is going on here?
Oh man! So unfortunately, Elizabeth Warren put her foot in her mouth a little bit with this picture here, which will show. Let me pull this up real quick. This was hilarious to see, simply because for most people, I mean, this is such propaganda. I'm in this fight to put our government on the side of working families. Join our re-election campaign today, and it states Elizabeth Warren is building an anti-crypto army. I mean, at this point, this isn't even funny anymore. Pocahontas is going for your next. She says she's doing it for families. They always say that bullshit whenever they're trying to appeal to a crowd. But as it states here, Elizabeth Warren has long been a crypto critic and appears to be making it a focus as her re-election bid kicks off. And she is making her anti-crypto agenda one of the centerpieces of her re-election campaign, despite polls suggesting that the majority of Americans think crypto is a key innovation for the future. Again, clown show, people. We have people as government officials, regulators, who are literally doing what people don't want. At what point do you realize that? When most people are like, well, I actually kind of want to use crypto, at least as a backup. Because I've seen what happens with inflation and with the banking industry. And she's going out and saying, well, this is for the families. We're going anti-crypto. And the families are like, fuck you, Elizabeth. We actually want crypto. So again, it makes no sense why she would do this, outside of the fact that there's a concerted effort to bring down the Bitcoin and crypto industry. They are mostly on the blue side of the aisle. And unfortunately, they have used Greenpeace, they've used energy, they've used clean up the code, they've used all types of attacks. And this is just another one in a long line of attacks by Elizabeth Warren, aka Pocahontas.
And again, this is on the heels of yesterday's story, of course, folks, where I can't remember what she said yesterday. What did she want? I gotta look back at my tabs. What was the madness? To ban crypto wallets. That's what it was. She wanted to ban crypto wallets, personal wallets. And I mean, really listen to that. I'm in this fight to put our government on the side of working families by preventing them from having their own wallet into cryptocurrency. If they could tell me how that would help a working family, I would just love to know. But again, I beat this, to the death of it yesterday. I was trying to click on this tweet. Looks like I can't do it, but I beat this to the death of it yesterday. I wanted to click on the tweet and go to Twitter to check this out because I want to see what crypto Twitter is actually responding to this tweet with, because it can't be good.
Yeah.
Like, it just
they tear her ass up in the QTs.
Right. And And again, I beat this yesterday, but it's just one of those things where they're doing this with a straight face and they're doing it. I mean, you covered this story the other day about, and we saw it pop up again today about whole blocking VPNs and to block TikTok. And it's like, all right, you talking about something that's just getting that just accidentally got the ancillary shot that wasn't even in the mix. I mean, it was like, goodness gracious, what did I do to you guys? TikTok, like, if you really think they're going to ban VPNs across the board just for TikTok, you're crazy. They're doing it for crypto. They're doing it for the financial sector. Like, they're using TikTok as impetus so they won't have the Bitcoin army and all these crypto crazies going after them. But that is not the primary reason why they're doing it. But the fact that, when we were talking about this before the show, that this is even conversation right now in 2023 in America, the banning of VPNs, the banning of private crypto wallets, like, America, the freedom, the land of the free. We about to just get the banning things left and right whenever we don't agree with it. You got to love it. But I mean, I'm glad to see that so many people are actually pushing back to these people. The real question will be to see if they're actually tone deaf to the public and they're only listening to their wealthy cronies, or will the public encourage them to say, all right, maybe I have this thing wrong. I think we all know the answer to that. I mean, again, look at their net worth. There's plus $50 million. We know what time it is.
Oh yeah.
All
Well,
right.
here's one thing in the comments somebody said that's important. They said somehow she's against bankers, but she's also against Bitcoin and crypto. That just shows you how two-faced politicians are. They go with whatever is popular to their base. To her base, her fighting against whatever is probably what wins her office. So because crypto has a bad name, has a bad reputation in her eyes, she's fighting it for families, and families are like, even kids are like, "What are you talking about? I'm going to Bitcoin summer camp with Professor Zay this summer. I don't know what you're talking about, dog." We're not hearing none of that, Elizabeth Warren.
Okay, so this is Pocahontas. She's claimed to be Native American or whatever. That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, she hit us with the John Jones Native American. I got a picogram of Native American in me. All right, folks, I'm in it.
Hey man, hey,
she got
she
a
might be Native
pico.
American. Hey, race is on a spectrum.
That is very true. There it is. Let's see.
And you
Reno
can be,
Gamble, thanks
hey,
for
you can be
showing up.
trans race. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Hey, listen, I always say I feel like I'm 6'4". All right. I don't care what nobody tells me. I'm tall. All right. Okay, what else do
Trans
we
height.
have going on? Russia talks up prospects of BRICS countries developing new currency. Here's my thing, though, before we get into this. The stories may not be alike, but to me, like, there's so much stuff that's happening in a geopolitical world that affects cryptocurrency and Bitcoin to me. And I think this is one of them. If you all just noticed in the news of yesterday, past couple of days, a lot of allied countries to the U.S., NATO countries, and all that other stuff, they found and kicked out like a ton of different Russian spies in a bunch of different countries. I'm not sure if people are keeping up with this, but again, I don't think it's a coinky dink that literally every time a move gets made against Russia, within 24 to 48 hours, we usually see something that's happening in the crypto news, or vice versa. Every time something crypto wise or Bitcoin wise happens against Russia and all this other stuff, we usually see something political happen in the news the next day. So to me, this these talks and this coverage may have something to do with all of these Russian spies, because again, the narrative is like the world is versus Russia right now, and of course, Russia's like, bring it on. It looks like so. It looks like a top Russian official has reportedly claimed that the countries of the BRICS alliance, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, which, by the way, I want to make sure people realize this. Maybe in your eyes, the narrative or your paradigm, they aren't the most powerful. But if we're talking about a real democracy, which America pushes, the democratic way of doing things is by voting, is by the populations, by people. India, China, and Russia, people, that is a, like, population wise, it's half the planet. I hope everybody realizes that by the numbers.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally half the planet with BRICS. This is half the planet of human beings. So the fact that we have this whole, are we going to work with them or not work with them, like this, that's pretty sickening in general, because you're talking about half the planet of humans. This is why Bitcoin is going to be popular and important, people. You literally have two systems where you have, again, NATO-led countries from the U.S. saying we're going to be on the SWIFT system. You got Russia-led countries, India, China said we're going to be doing BRICS. We're not letting half the humans on the planet interact with each other in the financial landscape. That is absolutely insane. So that kind of goes to show what Bitcoin would enable as far as business goes. But again, this is half the planet. BRICS here. I know people like to forget, but again, China, well, 1.6, 1.7 billion. India, China 1.4 billion, and India, 1.7 billion. Not to mention Brazil and Russia together, including South Africa. That's another probably close to a billion, maybe 600 million, probably 600 million or so. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about 3.6 billion people here, folks. That's half the world. So this is very important what they're doing. I know people like, well, it was Russia and China. And yeah, 1.7 billion, 300 million, like 200 million. Like, yes, these are all big numbers, people, and these are big land masses as well. A new world order could be emerging as economic powerhouses increase their efforts to distance themselves from the U.S. dollar hegemony. According to reports, the top Russian official has claimed that the BRICS alliance is working on creating its own currency. I mean, hey, even though they're different, they're still being just as dumb. No one wants to adopt Bitcoin because they can't control it. BRICS is an acronym for 5 leading emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. State Duma Deputy Chairman Alexander Babakov, that sounds like Baba Yayo. Is he John Wick? Made the comments at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum event in New Delhi, India, according to local reports. Babakov reportedly stressed the importance of both nations working towards a new medium for payments, adding that digital payments could be the most promising and viable. He also said the currency could benefit China and other BRICS members and not the West. Its composition should be based on inducting new monetary ties established on a strategy that does not defend the U.S.'s dollar or euro, but rather forms a new currency competent of benefiting our shared objectives.
Damn.
Really quick, I would like to say, like, this makes sense and Bitcoin answers that question. But what's even crazier is, like, when you really look at the hold the U.S. dollar had on the world for this long, like, we have been competing with Russia and China for so long, and they were still doing business backed by our dollar. Hell fucking hilarious, people. That's as gangster as it get. And essentially, Russia, China, and some of these other countries that have been doing business with the U.S. and haven't really enjoyed the policies that come with it. To me, that's the same thing we see in the United States with our citizens. There's protests every day. And again, I got this from Bitcoin Zay in his book, Bitcoin in Black America. There are protests every day in America. People claim to hate the government, claim to hate this. I mean, look no further. I know they're not the smartest people in the world, but they do adopt technology. Look at gangsters. Like, people, this literally think of criminals in the U.S., right? Criminals in the U.S. are a percent of the population. They clearly don't like the American legal system. They don't like the criminal justice system. They don't like the laws. They break the laws. But they break the laws and do everything with the American dollar. That is literally this, like, it is the most ass backwards thing you can do. You cannot protest a government, protest an organization, protest a group of people, but maintain and stay in their system. Maintain their system and stay in their system and enhance their system. You are literally enhancing for every criminal out there. If a criminal commits a crime and uses a dollar, you are literally helping yourself get locked up. You are literally paying the taxes of the guys and gals who will follow you for the next 20 years until they lock you up. So I'm just using that to be black and white with criminals. But when you talk about actual, well, I don't like this president, I'm a protest. Well, I don't like this, I'm protest, I'm doing that. No, you're not. Because every time you're at that protest and more water comes that you bought with dollars, more gas to get there is being used that you bought with dollars, more all of this other stuff, your cell phone, you have all that, you're using dollars and you're strengthening whoever it is you're protesting against. So I won't say credit because I don't want the U.S. to see this and be like, it sounds like treason to me. But I would say this is very interesting to see Russia and China finally take an approach of saying, hey, let's just get off the entire monetary system because we're actually empowering these people who fucking hate us or we hate or vice versa, or whatever. So this has been the most black and white thing of them, of all these BRICS countries say, this is the reason why we're getting off the monetary system is so we can get our power back. Now, they're doing it wrong because they can simply use Bitcoin as everyone else can. But here in the United States, I think we're going to start seeing this proliferate when people start to realize, all right, the only real protest to any government at this point, since we've already separated religion, is the money. Hit them in the pockets and they will listen and pay attention immediately. So I say to everyone's protesting in America, if you haven't read Bitcoin in Black America already, you should be doing it with Bitcoin or you are literally wasting time. Like,
I mean, bricks, all white bricks.
Hey, bricks. You're fine.
Just hit a lick. Go ahead and queue up Gucci Man bricks. But yes, couldn't have said it any better myself. Right now, the fight is BRICS versus the G7, and we at this point, it's two different sides of the same coin. They're going to fight each other, and Bitcoin is going to emerge from the smoke. that's pretty much the prediction that I have going forward. Because on the CBDC side, they're going to say, oh yeah, well you can only use CBDC with the G7 and these countries. And then on the BRICS side, they say you can only use it with these other countries, but I think it'll be a lot more global. The problem will be that you, the retail, the investor, the consumer, you're going to be the one that gets fucked, not these people that are in control. So it's going to be you that has to deal with it. That's why I think a lot of people are going to fly over to the Bitcoin side. And let me share a chart here with you because I'm a very visual person, like data. This is one of the only charts you really need to see the difference in how things are going. So GDP as a share of global total. The blue line is G7. That's Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK, and the US. BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Saudi Arabia. As you can see, since the 90s, it's been steadily going up, steadily, and we just hit that chasm, basically where the changes happen right in about 2021, 2022. And as you can see, the projected growth is for G7 to continue to lose share of the GDP and for BRICS to increase. And if we use that as a data point, one thing we can say is that the G7 will have a smaller share of the GDP growth in the next 7 years, which ironically, 2030 is the Great Reset. Just throwing it out there, just happens to line up perfectly. I'm just saying, it just happens to be exact timing of the Great Reset, and it's like, oh, we need to get rid of everything and make sure we control it because those people with BRICS, they're the ones that made you poor. Those people,
they will use that.
Dollar, that's going to be the propaganda. However, if you're a Bitcoiner, you can do exactly what we always say: buy Bitcoin and chill. You have to watch the news. You're like, I don't care what them people doing. I'm good. I got enough, at least 3 months worth of bills in Bitcoin, or at least enough stacked where my family can be straight. But yeah, stack sats. And don't worry about these different currencies. At first, you will have to, but don't worry about these different currencies. They're just fighting each other. Like people think it's BRICS versus CBDCs, and it's the Jesuits controlling both sides. That's all I got to say.
All right, listen, and just in case you don't have Bitcoin Zay's Mayan calendar, what I will say is that chart, and that was also interesting, has our BRICS and G6 or G7. Okay, now I'm
G7.
I'm just talking about the song like a G6, whatever it is. All right, it's interesting how that chart has BRICS going up, G7 going down, but what neither one of them are accounting for and factoring in is, once again, with all this financial talk, it's funny that both sides of the aisle, both of them are ignoring Bitcoin. Like that's the thing that could go in there and jack that chart all the way up.
Well, really quick. See, the funny thing is BRICS is saying that they're ignoring it or just not saying anything about it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
How much Bitcoin does China have from mining and Russia have?
That's true.
That's like their backup plan. Gold is probably the backup, and then Bitcoin is like, well, if all else goes to hell, we got more Bitcoin than you all could ever have. So
yeah. Resourceful Lemon said, I don't want to hear you sing. Please hit the likes, you motherfucker lurkers. Hilarious. I love some of these comments. Reno Gammo said, hate Bill Gates, but you're using Microsoft OS. Like, that's my point. Tony Nolly said, I hate child labor. Let me get some of these Nikes and the iPhone. Exactly. My issue is the cognitive dissonance these days, and I get it, but like, I'm not going for it. Like, exactly. Call people out on this shit early and often as possible, because it's like, no, we're not playing this game just because you don't see it and feel it. It's not real. You didn't affect this market. No, you're in this market. You are in this. We are all in this child labor market. Okay. So when I say something crazy like that, maybe we should let 14-year-olds in the United States work. If they're causing trouble or something, I don't want to hear, these kids can't be working. No. Let me look at your shoes and your cell phone first before we continue the conversation. But seriously,
I had a job at 7. Man, I don't want to hear it. I was right. Since I was second grade.
but that is the thing, is the cognitive dissonance of everything. And I mean, let's not even get started when you're talking about, again, what this is all about, the financial system. When people talk about what Bitcoin is wrong and why it wouldn't work and all this other stuff, and it's like, well, again, people, I mean, we've already settled this when people say, hey, imagine there was a monetary system or whatever called the US dollar, and you printed a bunch one year, and we did this whole thing with, imagine if the US dollar was Bitcoin, and the way we've been doing the tokenomics of the US dollar would be the way Bitcoin would happen. Everybody's like, we'll fail. No one will believe in it. It was like overnight, people were like, this is fucking stupid. Yet we're doing it with the US dollar right now. We're printing stuff. We're not doing audits. It's just like, it is rife with corruption. Is crazy. And this is from somebody who is a patriot. Okay. Like, this is crazy. All right. Let's see what else we have going on. Italy is in the news. Well, before we go to Italy, I got to give a shout out to Gucci. I just heard that 06 Gucci Day. Shout out to Baby and them having that. But you know what time it is.
Hey.
What? Okay. Oh, was that which rich boy was in there? Throw some D's on him. All right. So Russia said they're gonna go with Gucci Man and BRICS. The US said we're going with the GGG, flying like a G6 or the G7, of course. All right. And now we're going over to Italy to see what they're saying. Italy is with the US. They say, hey, block all this crazy shit. Italy, Canada, the US right now said if we can't figure it out or beat it, we're gonna block it. But we're not like China. Trust us. Italy blocks ChatGPT, investigates suspected violations. That's right. The move follows a recent data breach suffered by the AI platform on March 20th, where user data was exposed to a user. Italy's watchdog in charge of protecting data has announced that it's temporarily blocking the artificial intelligence chatbot ChatGPT and is opening an investigation over suspected breaches of data privacy rules. The Data Protection Agency has ordered the immediate limitation of data processing for Italian users by OpenAI, the United States company behind ChatGPT. The agency highlighted that this was a response to the recent data breach that the AI platform suffered on March 20th. Here that tweet is, we took ChatGPT offline Monday to fix a bug in an open source library that allows some users to see titles from other users' chat histories. Our investigation has also found that 1.2% of ChatGPT plus users might have had personal data revealed to another user. We believe the number of users whose data was actually revealed to someone else is extremely low, and we have contacted those who might be impacted. Yeah, we've seen those emails before. We take this very seriously and are sharing details of our investigation and plan here. Yeah, that email is usually like you might have been attacked or affected by a third party. Please change your password now. Like that's usually what it is. I'm not sure what else I can tell you. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Italy, essentially limiting ChatGPT right now, right, wrong? Does this affect crypto in any way? What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, so I have two thoughts on this. My lower carnal self, my lower chakra, wants to see this whole system sort of blow up so we can start over a little bit. So I don't think they should block ChatGPT or any technological innovation, no matter how evil it may be. And even if Elon Musk and 1,000 other people sign off to get rid of AI, we should let it run its course, let it fuck us up so that future generations know not to do the same thing, because that's the only way people learn is getting that belt to ass. Then the other side of me says that this is responsible. This is responsible from Italy. It's responsible by other people who have actually seen how AI works. Because I have a friend who owns an AI company out in LA. He told me in 2017 that he was scared of AI. That was 6 years ago. He was like, I don't think you understand the potential. He was like, we're all done as humans. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, we're all done. He was like, and a report actually just came out, I believe from JP Morgan, that 25% of jobs are maybe gone in the next year. 25%. Could you imagine a quarter of the entire country being out of work, and not to mention the rest of the world? So because AI is powerful, we should have this, almost utopia where the work is done for us by the robots and we can chill and we make money off of whatever our bots do, right? That should be what the world is. Unfortunately, humans are greedy and human psychology is still in place. And because you have people who always are going to be psychopathic controllers and regulators, they definitely want to use AI to their advantage, which then starts the game theory. Well, if they're going to use it, I'm going to use it. Well, if y'all are going to use it, we're going to upgrade and use it too.
I'm not going to be the only one without it.
I'm not going to be the only one without it. Exactly. It's the same thing with almost anything. The game theory of Bitcoin is like, well, if they have it, well, that means we got to get it because we're an institution. And then people are like, well, if institutions are buying it, then we'll buy it. And it's the same game theory. So that's what I think AI will get to. I don't think it affects crypto completely. Only thing I will say is that based off of the AI, the power of AI, I think there is a possibility that there is an AI that could hack Bitcoin at some point and crack the NSA keys. The problem with that is that you would have to build it. The AI would have to be built especially to do it because it would take so much money and power to do it. It would have to be specialized AI. But hey, I don't put anything past it because I've started to see the light with AI. It's like it's like looking at a ghost whenever you start seeing how powerful it is. I mean, it passed the bar exam. I mean, goddamn, this lawyer's been in law school for 8 years. They ain't passed that shit.
Yeah,
AI did it
and I mean,
one go.
Again, what's crazy too is like OpenAI and ChatGPT. It isn't the only iteration of this. People, it's just the most popular. Again, I would say probably about a year ago. If you look at some of the descriptions of our videos, they read crazy. It's like today in blockchain and Bitcoin news, Coinbase did this, and that and blah, blah, blah. That is all AI. Long story short, a company reached out to us. They actually worked with 2 or 3 other crypto channels. They were able to increase their volume, they're from people to click on and watch their videos by like 10%. I won't say who this person is or these people are. They're a big crypto channel as well. They're pretty cool guys though. But you know, I talked to them. They was like, it does work or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they was like, you just have to go in and like fix it up because it's not there yet. And it wasn't. It literally was just like, it just give you just a couple of paragraphs of just like word soup of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and blockchain stuff. But it was working. It was like basically it was like I would say, I won't say a 6-year-old because that wouldn't be fair, like with the types of words and vocabulary, but I would say it's like no more than 14-year-old, right? It was like no more than, so if I told a 14-year-old right now, 14, 15-year-old to say, write my YouTube description about what today's show is about. And he'd be like, what is it about? Well, Bitcoin is a blockchain show, whatever. Like, imagine what that description would look like. It would be like a motherfucker trying to write a 20-page paper, but saying cannot instead of can't. You know what I mean? So it's like it was one of those things where it's just a lot of buzzwords and stuff like that, but it did work. Like at the end of the day, it worked. It just didn't, like, it wasn't perfect and it wasn't how you would do it, but it worked. So the fact that, like, yeah, we are there, like, and that was from that's from a third party. They claimed they built it themselves, smaller company or whatever. They're working with YouTube content creators, so clearly a smaller company or whatever. But it works and is out there, and that was like a year ago. So it is happening, it is coming. Like, I can't wait. I think did you see the creator of the Matrix put out recently that Terminator was actually, I said that makes so much sense. I never thought of it.
Prequel.
But Terminator was supposed to be the prequel to the Matrix. I never knew that, but that's where we're headed. I mean, we are headed there when we're about to have AI going crazy, tech going crazy. And honestly, I would say a quarter of the population could already be replaced by AI. It's just that the bosses themselves, they're not up on it either, so they're not making it move. Like the McDonald's thing could have been, it's like fast food and AI and robots should have been happen already. It's not happening because a lot of these CEOs are actually, and it's crazy too, because you all keep wanting more minimum wage and stuff. A lot of these CEOs, as unsympathetic they are actually very sympathetic to their workforce, because as I said, with just a little bit of upfront money, a lot of companies can already switch to more tech-driven companies and can fire a ton of people, but they're not doing it because of the way it's going to be received from a PR standpoint. And also some of these owners of these companies are setting their ways too. They're happy with the money they make, things are flowing. They're not trying to change the whole system in their 15, 20, 30th year of business. But that doesn't mean that doing it wouldn't be more beneficial. They just don't want to do it. So I think we're already there. And I'm all for it too. Listen, people got to adapt. We're supposed to go to outer space, still using gold and pen and paper and the wrist. Like, we got to adapt. What is with this and not wanting to adapt and use technology?
Hey, old niggas, they stuck in their ways. But one thing I will say is that AI, one of the best things about it is that it will probably be the easiest money some people make in crypto, because literally you can be the dumbest motherfucker on earth, but if you put any amount of money into all the AI cryptos that come out in the next bull run, you'll get at least a couple 10x's. I mean, it's honestly, it's one of those things that's just like the most obvious investment at that point, even though it'll be a pump and dump. So you might want to get out quick, but I think that's how AI will affect crypto at first, mostly. And then we'll get into sort of the coding aspect of it, pumping out. Because imagine pumping out decentralized apps like one a day because of AI is that you're able to build it. You know what I mean? Like, these crypto companies can go from, oh, well, we got 20 apps that you can use to, oh, no, we're pumping out hundreds a day. Our developers are pushing out just all the ideas, plus VCs, investment. What are they going to investment? It's going to be like blockchain. When people put blockchain iced tea and blockchain everything, they're just going to put AI-powered whatever the fuck. It's going to be AI this, AI. Somebody said thought GPT. Like, it's going to be AI-powered.
Well, off the top of my head, I actually, something you just said, I can actually see happening well. You said, what about when they do like the decentralized stuff or whatever, the AI? I can see it being built. I mean, because again, people, I think about the technical like ways to build this. And again, I'm not there because I'm not like an expert coder, and this would take me more time. But if you were been like, hey, King, we got a $2 million contract to get this done, I feel comfortable about getting it done from a technical perspective. I know who to hire and what to look for to get it done. And I say all that to say, I think I could see a crypto AI program being where it's like, paste all these different open source codes in here, and the AI will sift through what makes sense to keep, what doesn't make sense to keep, and boom, there go your new DeFi product. Oh my God. That would be crazy to where you don't even need to build crypto platforms to where, because again, folks, most of the stuff in crypto is open source. So you can just go in and take the parts of the code you like, put it on an AI driven whatever, and paste it all in there. You can have like maybe 6 different projects code, paste it in this AI project, and they on their own says, you know what, we'll decipher the code and keep what works, keep what doesn't work, keeps or get rid of what breaks the platform, keeps what doesn't break it. We'll back end test it for you. We'll security audit for you. If they have an AI bot to do all that, holy, you will need a super. That's why you will need a supercomputer to crack something. Like it will have to. We'll have to go towards supercomputers. It'll be over. You're getting me too excited, man.
I'm telling you. Hey, man, all that stuff sounds good. I just want AI that can tell Elizabeth Warren to shut the fuck up. How about that?
Hey,
we get AI to do that. Let's start there.
And really quick, this is my point to what's the one dude who does the Spencers of the world, even the CoffeeZillas, they get it wrong sometime. And everyone in between who keeps talking about, you know, why crypto market is bad and it's a big scam and pump and dump. And did you hear my excitement about AI? We are here for the technology. The financial side of it is following it because it makes sense, but we are here for the technology. So if you're mad at something that's not pumping, again, sometimes this might be the wrong channel because we're definitely here for the tech. Like the tech is very cool to us. Mac, thank you for the tip. OMAC with the tip. He said that 2 tips. Thank you. He said AI is too dangerous because most of its code is copied and flawed. I can explain it if you let me. There it is. We do not have time today. Zay's about to run. In a second, we're going to cover his last story, but definitely would love to have you on to explain that. And I agree because, again, like I just said, when it comes to the DeFi and pasting code, some of this AI code is also open source and people will not be creating their own. They're going to copy and paste for sure. Let's see. Hassan Kotlish said, thank you for the tip. My brother said it will work. I've been going crazy with my IT. Really, it makes you productive. 100x programmers here. Okay. Nice. So they're saying that they use it and they like it. There we go. We'll get some more comments in a second, but I know Zay got to run. So let's get to this last story really quick. And this is Huobi, which is partnering with Gala Games for layer 1 and Web3 development. That's right. Huobi Global has joined hands with Gala Games, a blockchain-based play to earn. Oh, so we are saying play to earn again. Okay, I thought we weren't.
We're bringing it back.
All right, there it is. A blockchain-based. Hey, why do they think that we forget shit? Don't they know we don't forget this?
Hey, bull market must be coming back because they trying to come back out the woodworks.
Right, a blockchain-based play-to-earn gaming platform to work together on the investment and listing of Web3 projects. That's right. An official blog post on March 31st, Huobi announced a partnership with Gala Games to develop the Web3 ecosystem. The 2 companies will collaborate to invest in and list projects within the Gala ecosystem. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, yeah. So Gala Games, as you know, create play-to-earn games. And with Huobi partnering with them, with Web3 development, it seems like it's more of the same. Remember, King, you know, over the years, whenever you start seeing partnerships, strategic partnerships.
Here we go.
You know what's coming. We all.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. You know exactly what's coming. So that might mean that we will have a big push. Maybe not a complete bull run. I would say a blow off top. But we are getting close to the point where people are starting to have the strategic partnerships, the investment in companies. Bear market is usually very quiet, and then once you start seeing news like this, it's like, oh, so niggas is getting partnerships now. All right, bet. Huobi, Gala, all right, and you'll probably see more like this next week. So you know that's coming, and good for Gala. I mean, if you're raising money, if you want to include this on your platform like Huobi, play to earn games, people are still play to earn games are very early, but people are still interested to an extent. What will blow it out of the water is going to be a bigger gaming system introducing it. However, these other companies have a chance as well. So good for them.
There it is. Shout out to Gala Games. As you said, when you start seeing these partnerships that has a lot of words, Subin doesn't explain what the partnership is. It usually is a pump on the way. So that's pretty funny. We shall see. Really quick, last few comments. Omac said, I want to get this comment. It's pretty good. The code is so flawed, it will kill people based on priority logic for whether you or other people should receive resources. Ooh, yes. Who is worthy and who isn't? That Absolutely. Is a great point. Great point.
Yeah, Omac, one thing on that, one of my developer friends told me, he said, the problem with AI right now is that it's still based off humanity. Humans still have to build it. He said the next iteration of AI will be AI that
build it themselves.
That
they build it themselves.
And then they build it themselves. That's when it's going to get really scary. But you're right. I mean, it's not completed. but it is very efficient for early version. Because think about it, the chat GPT-4 came out 2 weeks ago, and it's passing every exam. It's already doing code. It's writing. I mean, I saw a dude build a website in literally 13 minutes. Have everything. He built everything from top to bottom in 13 minutes and was making revenue in 3 days. Like you hand that over to a 14-year-old kid, it's going to be really scary. The problem is when the AI learns enough, it'll be doing it itself. It'll just be looking and being like, well, I can build these websites to make on my own money. And what will AI technology get paid in? Crypto. So that'll be interesting to see.
There it is. There it is. Appreciate that, Mac. This is some great insight. Last couple, Jason said, I had ChatGPT write lyrics for my next song based on my previous songs, and it was hilarious trash. So that's what I'm exactly like. If you, I haven't used, right. I haven't used ChatGPT, but like I said, I've used these things before. Again, super early on, at least a year ago. So like it might have been longer than a year, it might have been 2 years. So super early. And yeah, I mean, the vision is there. People like, yeah, 3 to 5 more years. Yeah. And another 10 years. Yeah. Another 15, 20 years. You better not be saying nothing. Hey, don't be on your cell phone talking shit about computers or AI or robots. They definitely going to be. And really quick, one thing I want to say, hold on, last couple comments. PFC Wells Trek said, if you're ground the AI in your code, you can definitely use it to spot flaws in code. I got some ideas on how to use Microsoft Copilot, which is cheaper than ChatGPT-4. That's cool. All right. Janine Hayes, thank you, said, where's the Bitcoin boat club join? I'm in the marine industry and I'm looking for work for Bitcoin. So that's for Janine Hayes.
Yeah, based in Miami. First super yacht party is Sunday. But yeah, more information will be coming out. Just starting it up.
And really quick, where are you at today? Because I know a few folks are looking for you. I know you're gonna be out and about.
Miami NFT conference. I'll be there, and it's a few networking events afterwards. So I'll probably, if you're out and about, you'll see me.
All right, there it is. There it is. I forgot what I was about to say when I was reading those comments, but it's all good. You got anything else, Bitcoin Zay?
Nothing for me. Great FBF. Shout out to AI. It's coming for you, so get ready.
For real. That's what I was gonna say. Basically, I was like, if you try to shut it down, how it's basically gonna cut you off from life or whatever. It's not gonna allow you to operate. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. AI, robots, the future, cryptocurrency. If you all still think gold is gonna be the thing or cash is gonna be it, I think it's over. What are you about to say?
I was gonna say I put a theory on Twitter. Everybody thought I was on drugs or something. I said, you know how when we learned about slavery, they said that it was the dominant profession at the time. It was how people made money. I think AI is gonna do the same thing in 100 years. They're gonna look back and be like, you enslaved the AI, artificial intelligence technology, to do all the work for you, and now we're gonna do the same thing to you. So I'd just be interested to see.
Really quick, that's what I was gonna say. All right, that's what I was gonna say. I've been saying this for years. I'm gonna say this one more time, folks. We need to have a worldwide vote ASAP. 2 things. Do we consider clones humans? Do they have the same rights as humans? Should we blah, blah, blah as humans for clones and then for robots? Trust me, I agree with you, but we need to put this in pen and pad now. Clones and robots. Do robots, will we give them the same rights as humans? Do they count as, I'm telling you, we need to do this now, because if we wait and they get too fucking smart, and then the first one that says, no, I feel like you feel like, what? You're not allowed to do this to me, man. Like the first time that happens, yes, there will be sympathetic humans. Unfortunately, there are so many humans who are trash with other humans. They want to, like, these are the people that are out back fucking horses and dogs. Like, you don't believe me? Bestiality is a real thing. It's legal. Okay, I can't make it up. I couldn't wake up one morning and say, oh, I think people have sex with animals. I just made that up. No, it actually happens. They're not good with other humans. Those people will be sympathetic to the robots. The people who want sex robots, oh yeah, robots should have rights too. The people who fell in love with a clone, why can't clones have a vote too? Yes, there will be humans who go along with this. So we need to decide. I guarantee right now, if we put a vote up right now today, Bitcoin Zay, I guarantee at least 10% of the world, 10% of the planet, 10% of the humans on the planet will say, well, why can't robots can't think, why can't we let them vote? If a clone is really a part of human DNA and they grow up and why can't we let them? That will be a thing. So we need to decide now.
Throw them in the gumbo pot with the robots. Throw them in there with the clones, and then light their ass on fire. Get them out of here.
So what you're basically saying is you have a clone and robot phobia. You know what? You're a dirty man, and I hope we cancel you for that. Robots and clones have a voice too. We're gonna end it on that, folks. Smash that like and share. Happy Friday, and I need your vote. Do we give robots and clones the same rights as us human beings, or no? You let your senator and Congress know here this weekend. Cheers.